Hi, Francisco. How are you today? Oh, Francisco is still connecting. Hello, Ele. How are you today?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine, my dear.
Okay, that's good. What's your name, by the way?
Okay, my full name, Efraín Eleazar Mejía, but I normally use it, Eleazar Mejía.
Okay.
In my work, I use it, L Mejía is more simple for pronunciation, for writing. The
Yeah, it's
people
easier.
I have problem for writing my name is Eliezer, a different combination. I prefer use L Mejía only.
Okay, well, it's better. So it's better, it's more simple, and it will be also simple for me. So Ele Mejia. That's pretty good. So thank you for being here, Eliezer, Eleazar, right? Eleazar or Eliezer?
Yeah, L, no problem. L
Ele.
as only.
Okay. Hi, Ele.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome. Let's see. Well, Francisco is still connecting. We have Alberto. Hello, Alberto. How are you today?
Hello, teacher.
Hi. How are you
Hello.
today?
I'm fine. Very good.
Okay.
Very interesting. At pressure. Uh, Share with my friends and you.
Okay, so nice to have you here, Alberto. Welcome to the class.
Okay,
Then
gracias. Thank
we also have Avelin Mata. Hello, how are you today?
Hi, good evening. I'm
Hi, good
good.
evening. Okay, that's nice. Well, let me ask you, is your name Avelin?
Yes, my name is Evelyn.
Okay, it's similar to the pronunciation of Evelyn, right?
Yes, it's
Okay,
similar.
okay, I got it. So it's easier in that way. So thank you for being here. Welcome to the class. And we had Francisco. Hello, Francisco. How are you today? Francisco. Okay, we will say welcome in a moment. Well, guys, I'm really happy to start this new level with you. Well, first of all, guys, nice to meet you. As you can see, my name is Christian Daniel, so you can call me Christian or you can call me Daniel. I don't have any problem with any of my names, so I really like both. Well, I'm an English teacher. What else can I say? Well, I'm really happy, guys, to start this level with you. It's a pleasure to meet all of you, to have you in this class. If you have any question about the class, any problem with some activities about the platform, you can text me on the WhatsApp group. Let's work on that way, everybody. If you have questions or you have some problems with an activity from the platform, you can tell me. Oh, give me a second. Oh, Francisco, if you want, leave the meeting and then you join again, because this is a Zoom problem. Yeah, because all of your classmates connected. Well, he left. Okay, so as I mentioned, guys, if you have any question or you need help with an activity from the platform, so you can text me on the WhatsApp group. Okay, in that way, everybody, if I am not checking my WhatsApp, maybe any of your classmates can help you with the activity. Okay, I really like that activity. Well, I really like these kind of activities because if you have problems with so to complete an activity or you got a bad result in an activity, so then everybody you have the opportunity to share with your classmates, and even if we are in virtual classes, so you can share with your classmates on the WhatsApp group and we can learn together. Okay, now Francisco, can you work well, is your microphone working?
Yes, teacher, it's working right now.
Excellent. I listen to you clearly. So, well, welcome guys, welcome everybody to our class. Just before we start, everybody, I want to share with you 3 simple rules that I really appreciate that we understand these simple rules, and also that we agree, that we all agree with these rules. First of all, guys, be on time. I will ask you to be on time. Why, everybody? To take advantage of time. Okay, so if you come at 9 and 10 minutes, so then we lost or we lose 10 minutes of our class. So I will ask you to be on time. Maybe, guys, in some cases you can come 3 minutes after 9 or 4 minutes after 9. So there is no problem because they are only for minutes. But if we take 10 or 15 minutes, so then everybody, we will not complete the goal of our activity, of our class, I mean. So try to come on time, or well, not try, come on time, everybody. Then I will ask you your camera and microphone working. If you had problems with the camera, guys, okay, there is no problem. Because of light, because of the internet, no problem, guys. If you had problems with the camera, I got it, okay? But we need the microphone. So yes, guys, I will ask you to have your microphone working, and because we have to practice, guys. This class that's the main purpose of this class, to practice and speak English. And then everybody, another important thing that we have to remember is notebook and pen ready, okay? You know, we are practicing the topics or the information that we already have on the platform. However, in some cases can help you to write the material that I will show you on the presentation, and maybe to write some examples, okay, to have a clear idea of what you have to do on the activities on the platform, okay? That's what I have to share with you guys about what I expect from these classes, okay? To be on time, to have a microphone to participate, and also to have a notebook and pen ready to take notes about important information, or something that can help you to complete the activities on the platform, okay? Today, guys, to start with the class, well, before we start, do you have any question?
For me, no, teacher.
No questions, okay? So welcome to this level, to this incredible level. Okay, to start today today's class, everybody, we will have a vocabulary activity. Maybe you know some of these words, the definition of these words. If you don't know the definition of some of these words, everybody, don't worry, we will do it together, okay? Right now, I will give you 1 minute to read the definitions, to read the words, and then we will try to put the words in the correct definition, okay? You have right now 1 minute to read. Read the words and read the definition. Okay, guys, time's up. So right now, I want to listen to some of you. Okay, to start with this activity, let's pay attention to L. Okay, L, tell me one word and the definition, okay?
Okay, noisy, not disturbing by noise or accident.
Noisy is not disturbed.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Let's continue with Alberto. Okay, Alberto, one word, one definition.
Okay, teacher. Spacious, not having enough space or time.
Okay, spacious is not having enough
No.
space or time.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
A ver.
okay, we will check in a moment. Let's continue with Evelyn. Evelyn, tell me one word, one definition.
Inconvenient, causing problems or difficulties.
Okay, nice. It's cool. Very good, thank you. What about Francisco? Okay, Francisco, one word, one definition.
Um, uh,
Teacher have changed.
Oh, you wanna
Noisy,
change?
yeah, noisy is full or characterized by noise exclaimer.
Ah,
I find
okay. Full of or characterized by
full,
noise
yeah.
or clamor. Okay, great, thank you. Okay, Francisco?
okay, I'm thinking.
Okay, you're
okay, quiet, not disturbed by noise or activity.
very good. So now you see, right? So we have, in this case, we have the antonyms, right? Quiet, the opposite noisy, right? So very good. Thank you. Let's continue now. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. Ele, tell me another word and another definition.
Dingy is dirty, unclear.
Okay, dirty, unclean. Okay, good. Thank you. Evelyn, tell me another word, please.
Bright is lively and cheerful.
Okay. Very good. Let's see, bright, lively, and cheerful. So good job. Thank you. What about Alberto? Tell me another word and another definition.
Okay, teacher. Can I change?
Yeah, you can change the answer.
The answer espacios, vast o amplio en extent.
Vast or ample in extent.
Cramped and not having enough space or time.
Okay, cramped is not having enough space or time. Good. Okay, so now we have the last two words, shabby and convenient. Francisco, what is the what do you think is the definition for shabby?
For shabby, it would be looking old and in bad condition because of being used for a long time or not being catered for.
Okay, nice, very good. And of course, convenient is near or easy to get or use. Okay, everybody, let's check. Okay, let me tell you that all of the answers are correct. Okay, we will check in a moment for you to see that they are correct. But maybe it was kind of difficult at the beginning because the vocabulary is not very common. Well, at least quiet, noisy, maybe convenient, and I don't know, maybe spacious. These words, we could say that they are a little bit common, but then cramped bright, shabby, and dingy, they are not very common. But this is new vocabulary that you can, okay, you can take it for your vocabulary, for your normal vocabulary, or as new vocabulary for your English skills, or for your English at the moment of speaking. Okay, let's check together the answers. So we have, oh, give me a second. What is the problem with this? Well, I don't know why, guys, it shows mistakes, but they are all correct, okay? No sé por qué muestra error, guys, pero sí todos están correctos, okay? So I'm really sorry because of that confusion, but it is correct, okay? Indeed, it is correct, okay? Today we have a very interesting topic, guys. We are talking about, give me a second, let me show you. Okay, we are talking about evaluation and comparison, okay? When talking about comparison, guys, maybe you can remember a little bit about the comparatives. But in this opportunity, guys, we are not talking about comparatives at all. In this opportunity, guys, we are talking about structures that we can use, or different structures that we can use to compare different things, and also to evaluate if we choose an object or not. Okay, so if we want an object or we prefer another one, and we can make the difference between one and the other object. Okay, let's read the following information. We can make evaluations and comparison of things using adjectives and nouns. Before we continue, guys, listen to Evelyn. Evelyn, what are adjectives?
Adjectives are words. I don't know. When we talk about characteristics or for something.
Okay, you are right, Evelyn. We use the adjectives to talk about characteristics, to describe, okay? To describe. So at the end, guys, adjectives help us to describe. You can say, for example, if we're talking about people or objects, we can say tall. Or if you're talking about objects, you can say expensive. Okay? So in that way, we describe characteristics about characteristic of an object or of a person. In this case, these are adjectives to talk about objects, because today the class is focused in objects, okay? So let's continue right now. And remember, what are nouns? Alberto, what are nouns?
Okay, teacher. Nouns are describe nouns, place, object. Describe.
Okay, you are partially right. Nouns, everybody, are the names of the things, okay? At the end, that will be a simple description or a simple way to explain. Nouns are the names of things. For example, I can say a house, I can say a car. These are common nouns, okay? These are common nouns. Remember, we are talking about things in general. But if you want to use a proper noun, you can say, for example, the name of my dog, Lucky. Okay, so that's a proper noun. And then the common nouns, house, a car, a dog, okay?
Okay.
So I explained this, everybody, for you to remember the specific words that we can use according to the structures that we will learn. Okay, let's continue now, everybody, and pay attention to it. Okay, we will learn, guys, how to evaluate or how to make evaluations with adjectives. Please, L, help me reading the structure.
Okay. Evaluation with adjective. Not and not to. Not plus adjective plus and now. Apartments aren't big enough for families. Families? Yeah. The kitchen isn't big enough.
Very good. As you can see in this part, we are using, well, in these two examples, we are using the same adjective. We are using big, okay? Big. And as you see in the structure, we have to use not enough. In the middle of this structure, we have to use an adjective and pay attention to it. We are using not, for example, we are using not in a contraction. Aren't. Apartments aren't big enough. So we expect something bigger. This is not big enough. So we need something bigger. We could say, in other words, we can say that the apartments are small for families. So this is the main idea. We are using big, but since the structure is in negative, we express, I'm sorry guys, excuse me. We express the opposite idea. This is not big, this is small. And the same case, guys, in the second example. The kitchen isn't, so not big enough. It means, everybody, again, that we are trying to express the opposite idea. This is not big, this is small, okay? Let's move, everybody, to our next structures. Remember, right now we are using this structure with adjectives, okay, characteristics. Let's continue and pay attention to Francisco. Okay, Francisco, read the structure and the two examples.
Evaluation for adjectives. Not enough and two. Two plus adjective. Example, apartments are too small for pet. The living room is too small.
Okay, thank you for reading, Francisco. As you say in this information, apartments are too small. So apartments, okay, we express a stronger idea of the adjective. Apartments, in the last example, we checked that apartments are small, but now we want to express a stronger level or a stronger grade of small, because we say that it's too small. So it's extremely small. It could be bigger, but it's not, right? Apartments are not big. They are small and they are too small for pets. If you want to have a pet, you need to live in a house. If you live in an apartment, it's not comfortable for pets and for people, right? So they are too small. And the same example, guys, to talk about the living room. The living room is too small. So we express, everybody, that it is extremely small. It shows a different level of the adjective we want to express, okay? Let's continue now, everybody, and use the next structure. In this case, we are using evaluation with nouns. Remember nouns, the name of all things. Okay, listen to Evelyn. Evelyn, please read the structure and the two examples.
Okay. Evaluation with nouns. Not enough, too much, too many. Not plus verb plus enough plus noun. That car doesn't have enough space. There aren't enough bedrooms in this apartment.
Okay, very good. As you can see in this structure, we have to use a verb. Well, in the middle of not and enough, we have to use a verb, and at the end, we use a noun. Look at this example. In the first sentence, since we are using simple present, we need to use the auxiliary does in negative, doesn't. But we have not. In the middle, we have the verb, and then we have enough. And at the end, we use the noun that it's the main focus of the sentence, space. So that car doesn't have enough space. So it's too small for my family. Maybe we are 6 people in my family, and the car only has a space for 4 people or 5. In that case, everybody, we can say that the car doesn't have enough space. Okay, so we evaluate something by expressing if it works for us or not. In the next example, guys, as you can see, we use not enough together. But I have a question. Why do we use not enough together? Why? What do you think, guys? Not enough bedrooms. Okay, we are talking about, or the focus of the sentence is on the bedrooms. But why do we use not enough together and we don't have a verb in the middle? What do you think, Alberto?
Sorry, teacher.
Oh, tell me. Oh, look at the first example. We use not verb enough. But in the second example, we don't have a verb in the middle. Why not? Why we don't have a verb in the middle of the sentence or in the middle of not enough?
Suficiente. Un
But-
adverbio.
Yeah, why we don't have a verb in this, at least in the middle?
No, que
More.
So what do you think, Ele? Why we don't have a verb in the middle?
are.
Ah, good. The verb in the sentence is the form of the verb to be are. Well, guys, remember that we need to respect the rules of a structure. We never use a not are. Not are? Okay, that's not correct. So in that case, we have to respect the structure.
Okay.
Are, not,
Not.
aren't. When we use the verb to be, guys, remember, that's the exception of this structure, okay? If we use the verb to be, we use first the verb to be, and after that we use not enough and the noun, okay? This is the exception when we use the verb to be. Then if you are talking about evaluation in simple present, as in this example, we need to use not verb, enough. And after that, we use a noun. Okay, everybody?
Okay, teacher. Okay.
Great. Okay. We will continue right now with our next structures. In this case, guys, there is a small variation of to, the word to. So we will check this part. Please. Okay, let's pay attention to L. Okay, L, read the structure and the two examples, please. Thank you.
Okay. Evaluation with nouns. Not, no, too much, many. Too much, many, plus, plus noun. Cost too much money. Too many people prefer quiet neighborhoods. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Well done. Okay, as you can see, we are using too much and too many. But I have a question. What is the difference of too much and too many? What do you think? Evelyn?
Too much is for countable nouns and too many for uncountable.
Okay. Well, you were quite good. Actually, it's the opposite. It's on the other way around. Okay. Too much is for uncountable, but you were right. Okay. That was something good. Okay. So we're talking about uncountable and countable. So in this case, too much is for uncountable nouns and too many is for countable. Remember, we can't count money, but we can count dollars. Money is in general. Dollars is the currency of a country. For example, in El Salvador, we use dollars. So you can count $1, $2, $3, $4. But you can't count money. You cannot say one money, two money. Not right. So it's money in general. But then when talking about people, we can count people. So, for example, one person, two people, three people, four people, five people. Okay? As you can see, this is the main difference when talking about too much and too many. Houses cost too much money, so they are really expensive. Okay? Houses are expensive. Well, instead of using adjectives, we can use nouns. Money, too much money. Okay? And the same thing happened when talking about too many people. Too many people prefer quiet neighborhoods, okay? This is not negative. Actually, this is something good. Well, I prefer quiet neighborhoods because you can relax more and also you feel comfortable with your neighbors. But if you live in a noisy place, in a noisy neighborhood, so you are not peaceful, okay? Everything is noisy and you can't relax. You are frustrated with that situation. But well, guys, talking about this, as you see, too many people. We can evaluate a situation. In this case, we can evaluate a situation by using too many or too much, okay? When we want to express extremely degrees of something, when we are talking about extreme degrees of something, we can use everybody too much and too many. Remember, too much and too many plus noun, not adjectives, guys. Remember, when we use adjectives, we have to use too plus adjectives. But if we are using nouns, too much, noun, too many, noun, okay? Let me share with you the structures, guys, on the chat. So there you go. You have evaluations with adjectives and evaluations with nouns. In this moment, guys, it's time to move to comparisons, okay? I hope we finish with the activities. So, guys, in this moment, we have to make comparison with adjectives. Okay, to start with this, everybody pay attention to Grace. Today we have Grace Lopez. Hello, Grace.
Hello.
Hello. Can you help me reading the structure and the two examples, please?
Okay. Comparison with adjectives. As adjective as, just as adjective as. Not as plus adjective plus as. For example, houses are not as convenient as apartments. These apartments are as cheap as the last one.
Thank you. Okay, as you can see in these examples, guys, when we, well, something is different if we use as in affirmative or in negative. What's the difference, guys? Pay attention to it. Houses are not as convenient as apartments. It means, everybody, that houses are more convenient, okay? So they are different, okay? Oops, they are different. Houses and apartments are different. Everybody knows that, okay? Houses and apartments are different. What is one difference that we compare in this example? Which is more convenient? Houses or apartments? Apartments are too small. Apartments are inconvenient. So in that case, houses are more convenient. Houses are not as convenient as apartments, okay? In that case, so we make the difference between which is more convenient than the other. But we are, remember, in this case, even though we are talking about comparison, we are not using the comparatives, okay? We are using a different structure or different structures to express the same idea. Then everybody, these apartments are as cheap as the last ones. It means, everybody, that they are equal. So maybe the last apartments, the price of the last apartments was $200. And these apartments that you are looking on at the picture, they are the price is also $200. So these apartments are as cheap as the last ones. Well, $200 is not cheap, but it's just an example, okay? So as you can see, everybody, if we make the sentence, or if we create a sentence in affirmative, it means that they are equal. But in negative, it means that they are different, okay? Let's remember this, guys. We will try to practice in a moment. But now let's move to the next structure. As you can see, we have two structures: as, adjective as, or just as, adjective as. Let's see. Can you help me with this, Alberto? Read this information.
Okay, teacher. Comparison with adjectives as, adjectives as, just as, adjectives as. Not just plus adjective plus as. Cities aren't just quiet as countryside.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you for, yeah, thank you for reading. Well, as you can see in this example, we are expressing, well, if we use just as in affirmative, again, we are expressing that they are equal. In this case, we say, or we mean, that cities are not equal, or they are not the same as the countryside. Look at this example. Cities aren't just quiet as countryside. Well, some advantages of the city, guys, some advantages of the city is that in the city, everything is really close. So it's convenient. The city is really convenient. You have, well, we have, I don't know the place you live, guys, but at least in the place I live, we have the mall, we have supermarkets, we have the market, of course. We have clinics or medic centers. So there are many places that we can visit and we can go really quick. So it's convenient. Then everybody, another good thing about the city is, I don't know, guys. So another important thing about the city, guys, is that it can be good or bad. I don't know, guys. It depends on any one of you. So the city is noisy. That's not good, okay? That's not good. So it's noisy. We could say that in some cases, living in the city or places in the city are bright. So it's really cheerful. It's people looks happy in some places, at least in some places. But then everybody, you can compare the countryside. The countryside. In the countryside, so maybe you can say that, well, things are not really close. So it's inconvenient. Oops, inconvenient. It's kind of inconvenient living in the countryside. But something good about this, everybody, it's that in the countryside is quiet. So it's not noisy. So as you can see, well, I can say that countryside, well, the countryside and the city is, well, they are bright. Both of them are bright. So cities are just bright as countryside. They are equal. The city is bright, the countryside is bright. But if I make
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes, Francisco, tell me your question.
What would be the difference between just and as? If I try to translate into the Spanish, would be las ciudades no son tan quietas como los pueblerinos. What would be the difference if I say cities aren't as quiet as countryside?
Good question, Francisco. Don't translate, okay? But good question. There is no difference. Actually, they have the same meaning, okay? As and just as, they have the same meaning, okay? The single difference, remember that there are some expressions in English that we can't translate in the literal way. So cities aren't just quiet, son solo quietas o solo silenciosas. So cities aren't just quiet as countryside. Las ciudades no son tan silenciosas como el campo. Countryside, el campo, right? So in that case, you can see that if we use as or just as, basically it's the same idea, okay? Francisco?
I got you.
Great. So as you see, we are talking about the difference. So compare. We are comparing the two places, the city, the countryside. But in this case, so you know, the city is noisy, countryside, quiet. So the cities are not just quiet as the countryside is, okay? Good. Everybody, we have to move because it's almost time. Well, we still have 15 minutes. So let's try. Let's try to finish with the content for today. Let me check. Well, now everybody, we have to make the comparison with nouns. And we only have something good, guys, is that we only have this structure. As many as and as much as. Okay, help me with this part, Evelyn, please.
Okay. Comparison with nouns. As many, much as. As much, as many, plus noun, plus as. Apartments don't have as much privacy as houses. It doesn't have as many rooms as our house.
Very good. Okay, just give me a second, guys. I'm copying. I'm writing for you the structures. Just in case you want to have them or you want to copy. Well, as you see in these examples, it's very simple because we have to use as much as or as many as, okay? After much and many, we have to use a noun. For example, apartments don't have as much privacy. The noun, privacy. So if we compare apartments and houses, you have more privacy in a house than in an apartment. Why? Because apartments are too small and they are really close to the other apartment. So you can listen whatever your neighbor is doing. But if you live in a house, in some cases, houses are bigger. So you have a little bit more privacy and you don't have too much problems with your neighbors. In some cases, it depends the place you live. But then everybody, we have the next example. It doesn't have as many rooms as our house. Maybe my house has, let me see, 4 rooms. The other house maybe has 3 rooms. So it doesn't have as many rooms as my house. They have 3 rooms in their house. I have 4 rooms. Okay, so we make the difference if it is, in this case, that they are different. Remember that if we use these structures in negative, it means that we express that they are different. But if we use them in affirmative form, it means that they are equal. Okay. So I will copy the structure for you on the chat. As much, as many, plus noun, plus as. Okay. Or not as. Not. Let me see. Okay, very good. So there you go. Everybody, as you can see, we have the structures over there on the chat. So you can copy the structures on your notebook and you can have a clear idea of how to use the evaluation in comparison structures. Now, do you have any question about this? Any question about this structure? Everything is clear like water or like horchata? What do you think?
Everything is okay, teacher.
Everything is okay. Okay. In this moment, guys, we will continue with an activity. I am not pretty sure if we will finish with this activity, but at least, give me a second. But at least, everybody, we will try to make our best effort. Let me see. Yeah, this is the activity. So guys, let's move to the next activity in this moment. Let me make it bigger. There you go. Okay, in this moment, guys, we have to make evaluation and comparison of the following houses. Read the 2 ads, then rewrite the opinions below using the words in parentheses. Look at the description of this house. The house is spacious and is a modern house. It has 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, is very private, it's in a quiet suburb, it has a 4-car garage, and the price is 1,500 per month. So it's, well, I don't know, guys. It could be a great price. But pay attention to the following thing. You have to complete the sentences, guys, using the following words. For example, in example number 1, everybody, in the sentence number 1, we have, there are 4 gardens. And we have to use the word 2. What is the correct sentence, Ele?
There are too many gardens.
There are too many gardens. So look at this. Imagine 4 gardens in a house. It's too much. Okay. So we only need 1 garden. So in that case, there are too many because we're talking about the gardens. It's a noun. Too many gardens. Okay. Let's continue right now and pay attention to it. The next sentence is, there are a few windows. Okay, there are a few windows. In this opportunity, guys, you can use both structures. So you can use 2. Now, in this case, not 2 because it's not a strong degree. Actually, this is something that is missing. You need more windows. What could be the correct sentence? What do you think, Evelyn?
Sorry?
What could be the correct sentence? Look at this. The sentence is, there are a few windows. So I said that we can't use 2. We can't use too many or too many because it's countable. We can't use too many because we are not talking about that there is a lot of windows. We're talking about a small quantity of windows. So in that case, we have to use not enough. What could be the correct sentence talking about the windows? Remember the evaluation with nouns.
There are enough windows.
There are enough windows. Okay, it's possible. A few windows, it's enough? Or do you need more? What do you think, Evelyn? Do you need more windows? Now that it's hot in El Salvador, so you need more windows or a few windows, it's okay?
More.
More. So there are enough or not enough?
Not enough.
Pretty good. There are not enough or there aren't enough windows. Pretty good. Okay, that was a great example. Now let's continue. Example number 3. It's not bright enough. So it's not bright enough. We have to use the word too. It's not bright. So what is the opposite of bright? Let's see, Francisco, what's the correct sentence? It's not bright enough.
Is too much dark.
Oh, oops, give me a second. It's too much dark. Okay, that's a great effort. But I have a question. Dark is a noun or an adjective?
It's a adjective.
Aha. Do we use much, too much, or only too?
No, it's too much.
Too much?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Hold on. It's too.
Remember,
It's too.
evaluation with adjectives.
It's too much darkness.
It's too much darkness. It's possible, but since we are talking about adjectives, we could say it's too dark. Okay, Francisco?
Okay, perfect.
It's more simple, right? Pretty good, but you did an excellent effort. Now, let's continue and pay attention to our next sentence. It has only 1 bathroom. Imagine, guys, so it's a big house and it has only 1 bathroom. So, Grace, what is the correct sentence? Using not enough. What do you think, Chris? Okay, let's continue with Alberto. Alberto, what could be the correct sentence? What do you think?
Okay, teacher.
Remember that the sentence is in negative, so it has only one bathroom. What could be the sentence in negative?
Sería, it's not, it's not.
It,
It's no enough.
not enough. Not enough what?
Bathroom.
Ah, bathrooms. Good. Just remember that the sentence is in simple present, so the structure should be also in simple present. In that case, we have to say it doesn't.
It doesn't. Okay.
It doesn't have. Oh, give me a second. It does not have, does not, or does not have enough bathrooms. Okay?
Okay.
Very good. Guys, I want to continue with sentence number 5, but it's almost time to go. Ele, can you help me with example 5? What do you think is the correct sentence? It's not convenient enough. So what is the opposite of convenient?
Is okay. It's not.
Is not convenient enough. In the sentence that you create, you have to say, we have to use to. It's
not too convenient. Not too convenient, and no.
It's too. What is the opposite of convenient? Inconvenient. So very
inconvenient.
Good.
Yeah, it's inconvenient.
It's too inconvenient. Pretty good. Okay. As you see, this is the way we can use this kind of structures to make evaluation and comparison. In this case, it's only evaluation. Okay. It's only how to evaluate a house. In this case, a house. We evaluate house. So we will continue practicing, guys, in our next classes. I really congratulate you guys for all the effort that you have done. And I'm really happy, guys, to start this level and see that we are all ready to practice, okay? Right now, guys, let's move to our last activity. Guys, it's time to go. Just please, let's work on the following thing. Remember, today we are studying Intermediate 2 and the first unit, Unit 1. Then, guys, I will ask you to please complete the following activities, okay? We will start in 1.0, activity 1.0, lifestyle changes. And for tomorrow, guys, we have to work until activity 1.2.4, evaluation and comparison sentences, okay? Guys, I'm switching to Spanish. Solamente decirles lo siguiente, guys, ya que estamos iniciando un nuevo nivel, yo siempre les voy a mostrar qué actividades deben de trabajar cada día. Con respecto a esto, ¿por qué razón? Para que al terminar el nivel, guys, no tengamos algún inconveniente de que no hemos llegado al 100% o que no recibimos nuestro certificado y no pudimos avanzar al siguiente nivel. Para evitar eso, guys, sí les invitaría a que completen las actividades que les voy mostrando cada día. ¿Pueden hacer más? Yes, guys. Si quieren seguir con el 1.2.5, pueden hacerlo y con más actividades pueden hacerlo. Pero traten de trabajar el número de actividades que vamos dejando o vamos asignando por día, para que no vayamos a tener, como menciono, el problema al terminar el nivel de que no tenemos el 100% bueno, no tenemos el 100% completo, ¿ok? Para evitar eso, guys, tratemos de hacer las actividades día con día y pues cualquier duda, como les mencionaba, pueden hacérmela, pueden preguntar en el grupo de WhatsApp. Les puedo responder yo, como también les puede responder alguno de sus compañeros o también personas que están pendientes del grupo dándonos anuncios y también ayudándonos en cualquier consulta que tengamos sobre las clases. Así que, guys, it was a pleasure to see you today, to have you here in our class. We will continue practicing tomorrow. So for today, guys, have a good night and thank you for being here. Bye-bye.
Okay,
Good night,
teacher.
teacher.
Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.